I love Millie. In fact, I love Millie so much that I have been scavenging desperately through the episodes of Helluva that have been released to find something. Anything to give some kind of depth to her. Now, if you are unaware of what I'm talking about here, allow me to explain. Helluva fans have been slightly annoyed at the fact that one of the best characters, in a lot of our opinions, has been put into the shadows, forgotten, ignored. Millie. Millie is a character that I have been waiting to get something from, but sadly, it's been stagnant in our development of her. At least, that's what I first thought. See, I've been rewatching Helluva, and I've been rewatching it a lot, and I think I have something. Now, Millie's character in itself is already an interesting case, since the only times we really see her is with Moxie, which automatically ties the two together whether we want it to or not. Which is a little unfortunate, since what we want here is to understand Millie outside of Moxie. Who is she without him? Who was she without him? Was she someone she was proud of? It's hard to say since we don't have a lot of information regarding this case. However, I did find something interesting while digging. When the group travels back to her home for the Harvest Moon Festival, her mother mentions that Millie may not be doing as well since she moved to freelance, which implies that there was another job that Millie had been working at before she had met the others. That is Moxie and Blitz. Which is also interesting because considering what we know from previous episodes, Moxie technically met Blitz first. Or at least as far as we know. Maybe Millie and Moxie had met each other in an uneventful manner beforehand, but it's simply juggling ideas with the little information we have now. What I am more interested in is the fact of who is Millie. Now, that may seem like a stupid question, but I want you to sit with that question for a little bit. I want you to juggle it in your mind and see if you can really find an answer. If so, good job, but I had to think and rewatch to get anything more than a badass girl who is really good at killing. Because as cool as that is not who she is as a person. That is what she is good at. Millie is strong. She is strong physically, and she is strong as a person and as an individual. She cares a lot about the world around her and loves her husband to death. In fact, the more and more I look at it and think about it, it seems like an obsessive love. She's always worried about him, and they hardly ever are seen apart. She is desperate to keep him safe, to protect him. He is her responsibility. Millie is afraid of losing those around her. She is powerful and she is strong. But there is only so much that she can do if she isn't there by his side. Her parents, who are so obsessed with raw strength, disapprove of her being with Moxie since Moxie's strength comes from different places. He isn't adherently strong. He's sharp-witted and good with a gun, which is different from what her family agrees with. And I think family is an important aspect of her life. Do you know what an important aspect of my life is? All of you taking a chance to check out my new channel. That's right, I gotcha, hahaha. Viperize Zero Games. I did a practice video on this channel to see if anyone would be interested in gaming, and it honestly did a lot better than I expected. So, I'm launching a new channel based on gaming for when I am unable to create videos here. It will be a fun place where I just enjoy games I've never played, or at least never played all the way through. With Little Nightmares 3 coming out soon, I decided it'd be a good time to try a playthrough of that. So, my first episode is up right now. What are you waiting for? Go watch it. Go. Go watch it right now. Or, actually, wait until this video is over, then go watch it. I could really use your guys' support. Thank you. Speaking of support, want to see other analysis videos? Your support keeps these videos coming. So please be sure to like and subscribe while you're here. Anyway, back to the video. So why is family so important to Millie. Well, imps grow up in hell, meaning that they have parents and families there. A lot of them do. Millie grew up with a family that loves and cares for her, at least from what we know right now. A family that is hard at accepting differences and ideals, but are allies to the end. They love her, of course, but with the way that they have been portrayed so far, I'm thinking that there's more than meets the eye here. Millie is extraordinary at killing and is more or less a machine when it comes to it. But when we meet her parents, they seem to be the exact same way, except that little comments they make have begun to catch my interest. Her mother shames her, not outright, but implied, when she mentions that she knows Millie hasn't been getting as much money since she moved jobs, which clearly upsets Millie as she's happy with what she's doing now, versus whatever she had been doing before. Not only that, but in the episode, Millie gets upset and rushes in against Stryker in an obsessive manner over Moxie, trying to protect him, but she ends up getting knocked down and trapped in the cellar. When they get out of all that, her mother immediately scolds her for not being better than that, for not being perfect. And that's what interests me here the most. The writer specifically put that in to tell us something. Her entire life, Millie has been striving to prove herself, not only to herself, but to her parents, who are the most strict on her. They expect her to be perfect. They expect her to be the best that she can be. They mean no harm in it. They only want the best for her. But that much expectation can really get to you. If you spend your entire life striving to be better, but never receiving praise, you begin to think that no matter how good you are, that you will never be good enough. You will never be worth anything. Not to your husband, not to your parents, and definitely not to yourself. That is what many parents don't understand when they go through this style of parenting. They want their children to be better. They are only causing issues to begin to build up that may not have been as extreme as they get when you bottle them up. That is what I think is happening with Millie. I think she has perfectionism, at least when it comes to herself. She has to be perfect. This specifically comes through in the most recent episode, Unhappy Campers, where Moxie goes throughout the episode prolonging something that could have been done in seconds if he had just listened to Millie for once, instead of doing things his way. However, she, being the supportive and loving person she is, wants Moxie to be happy and allows him to do it his way. She gets popular with everyone at camp and begins to get praise. Probably the first praise she has ever received that was not from Moxie or someone she may expect to lie for her. These were random people praising her, thinking she was awesome for who she was. She didn't have to be perfect for them to be enough like she was with her parents. She just had to be herself, and people loved it. That's so sad to me. She is so desperate for praise that when strangers gave it to her, she looks like it had been the first time anyone has ever said anything nice to her. I know that's not the case, but come on. If you take praise from random people, it means it has to be true. They don't know you, yet they are praising you. They love you. Isn't that awesome? They love you. When Moxie gets upset about all this, well, it upsets Millie in return, in which she says,
"Doesn't. It matters how I feel about myself. And for once, I feel like I'm important. Like I'm somebody to be proud of."
And before I had suspicions. But if you listen to that line and tell me she doesn't have self-image issues, you're lying. There may be future episodes that explore this further or even derail it, but for now, all we have is subtext. Small dialogue lines and behaviors that we can look upon and speculate what they mean for that character, which is so sad to me because Millie has so much potential. She is such a strong character who has issues with perfectionism and seeing the value in her own self. The more that we are able to explore this topic, I feel the better it is going to get. But for now, we don't have a lot. Whether or not we get more, I will always love Millie. She has jumped up to be one of my favorite characters. I just hope that she gets the attention that she deserves. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's been forever since I've done a more analysis video. I'm super excited about this one because I love Millie and I was so happy to find something on her in the show. And remember to check out my new gaming channel. I'm uploading the first episode of Little Nightmares at the same time as this video goes up, so make sure to go give it some love. Link is in the description below. With that being said, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.